And so I woke up this morning to an absolutely beautiful ocean, and which was fitting because it was Ocean Day today. So I got up and did my normal things, sat down, did my meditation, pet my dog a couple times. Always got to give your animals some loving right when you get up. Did my yoga for the morning. I just kind of wanted to take today to slow down, to really relax, be alone a little bit, focus on myself, not worried about where I'm going or who I'm doing things with and anything like that, and just really being comfortable, present in the moment. So that was kind of my goal for today. There was this old man, and he was walking through the woods with some of his students, and he comes across this giant rushing river, these rapids, sharp stones everywhere, and so they walk down the banks of it for a little while, and they find this spot where they may be able to cross by walking across the stones that are surfaced above the water. So the old man, the master of course, goes first. He's about halfway through and slips and falls right in and is immediately pulled underwater. And the students are just horrified. They don't see him come up, and there's sharp rocks all scattered throughout the river. And so they start following the river down, hoping to see their master climb out, and they see this waterfall about 20-30 feet high. So they start panicking, and they finally get down to where the waterfall lets out, and they see their master just calmly step right out of the water with a big smile on his face. And they all rush up to him and they say, "How did you survive this? How did you manage to live through that? There's so many rocks in that waterfall." The master says, "When you're in water, be like water." You see, he didn't resist, he didn't panic, he didn't thrash around. He relaxed and he sank into this moment, the ocean, the water. And I think that this mentality of flowing with things can be very, very important, because we really need to start taking the health of our planet more seriously. The health of our oceans and our forests and our wildlife. This is something that needs to be a priority. And the best way to do this is to learn to flow with it, to not try to dominate, not try to force, but understand and cooperate with. Find that symbiotic relationship with nature, not one where we're attempting to dominate it.
Things change fast, but this too shall pass. Better carve it on your forehead or tattoo it on your ass, 'cause who can tell when the clock strikes 12 if today's become tomorrow? It's all just gone to hell. My friend makes rings, she swirls and sings. She's a mystic in the sense that she's still mystified by things but scared to ask. How can nothing seem to last? It's like a cancer in your body, it all goes too fast. We think too big, We think ourself is one whole thing, and we claim that this collection has a name and is a being, but deep inside, when every cell divides, well, it sets upon the rule that state self-interest is divine, and cancer too lives by this golden rule that you must do unto the others as the others unto you, all for the best, because it's all that life accepts, and so we kill it like a buffalo with awe and with respect. Don't ask God, just holler at the sky, 'cause she'll tell it to you plainly, and the clouds that whisper by and praise the shapes, and then praise the way they change, and they'll teach you not to pray to light without you pray to rain. So I pray to hands, I pray to needs, and I pray to blades of grass to find forgiveness in the weeds, but as for health, I just never did believe, and so I never prayed myself except to those that prayed for me. The story goes, or the way that I was told, there was a king that always felt too high, and then he fell too low, and so he called all the wise men to the hall, and he begged them for a gift to end the rises and the falls. But here's the thing, they came back with a ring. It was simple and was plainly unbefitting of a king, engraved in black. Well, it had no front or back, but there were words around the band that said, just know this too shall pass.
There's a word in Chinese, there's Li, and it doesn't really have a direct translation, but a good way to translate it would be to call it organic pattern. It's that random, irrepeatable pattern that is in wood grain and jade. It's in the ripples of the water, waves, clouds. This is Li. And I think that we have a lot to learn from these things. People always want to find the patterns, the models. You know, that's what you do with physics and biology and chemistry. You find the patterns, but it's so rare that we move away from the patterns and move into that randomness, that abstract beauty that lies in everything. And I think if we would come more into contact with this more often, maybe sitting in meditation, closing the eyes, feeling the randomness of the thoughts, because that too is a form of Li, a natural pattern. And I think that if more people would do this, if more people would relax into the moment and be okay sitting still, and be okay listening to the sounds that are going on around them, then we would all be a little bit more mindful, a little bit more aware, a little more open. And I think this would have extreme benefits for the human race, our planet, the life that we share this planet with. And so I think that we all need to take some time to sit still and be calm.